Yo, what it do? Welcome to the block. It's your boy 305 Kane in the building.
And it's your boy DJ Reloaded.
In tonight's show, we're going to talk a little bit about what is a strong woman or man. We ain't talking about, lifting weights. We ain't talking about riding a bike, competing against each other. We talking about in a relationship. What's a strong woman and man? DJ Reloaded, talk to me. What's a strong woman? Let's start with the women.
um, one, a strong woman is definitely somebody who knows what she wants. I think that she know how to get it. She know how to take care of her home. She know how to be supportive. She know how to build and not just building herself, but help others around her build. She's a leader. She's compassionate.
Hold on. Let's start over because you listing a lot of good qualities out there that you flying past them. Let's start over. Let's start back from the top. You flew through those.
I'm just giving you my breakdown when I think about a good woman or a strong woman. Breaking it down from my perspective. She definitely knows what she wants. And
so what you mean by knowing what she wants? Like, as far as knowing what you want in life, out of life, she got to have the overall package of all of it. Can she be still finding herself?
She knows what definitely in life, right? She has a direction, and she's trying to get there by any means necessary, right? She's goal driven, and everybody around her, she's trying to big them up and push them into their dreams or destiny, right? Also, a strong woman. A strong woman is someone who's compassionate as well, right? It's not always about. She's not always looking to compete against others, especially other women, because she has that confidence in herself, right, and what she's doing, right. She's someone who's supportive. As far as supporting her kids, supporting her man, supporting her friends. She's someone who know how to be feminine. A lot of women who think just because they got it going on, they forget that they're females as well, right? And they lose that femininity in the midst of them trying to act like they're strong. So when I say she know how to be feminine, meaning that she knows how to love and cuddle and hug and appreciate her man and those around her. A lot of females, if you ask me, a lot of times they have it going on. They have a good job. They got their goals in line. They're doing their thing. But when you look at their relationship at home, they're tearing their man down. And it's almost like just because they have their stuff together, they're willing to tear down their significant other, right? They're willing to belittle him. They're willing to make him feel unappreciated or important, right? That's not the sign of a strong woman. Go ahead.
Why is that? Why you feel that way?
In today's society, everybody want to be in control. Right? We ain't touching on the brothers yet, right? I'm just giving you all the things about.
We're gonna get on to them next. We on to them next.
We just talk about the woman, right? And especially when a woman has success and she's doing her thing, a lot of times, and I have seen this in my own two eyes, a woman that got her, that got a good job, making good money, and her man may not be working at the time, she treat him just as worse as she treat a kid. And I think a lot of women confuse the fact that they came into themselves quicker than their man, and they're achieving their goals, and they have all this going on for themselves. They forget about that individual they have in the house with them, or even a man that they might be interested in. Right? You have a lot of women that probably say, "Well, he ain't on my level." You have to understand. Women tend to mature faster than men, and a lot of women 9 times out of 10 reach their level of success faster than men too, because they're so goal driven and they know who they are, right?
Right.
Also, again, um, when it comes down to the female, um, a strong woman knows when to when and not to say certain things around individuals, right? Um, so I mean, again, all the way around, I mean, a strong woman is somebody who's a support system. A strong woman is somebody who can cater to her man and not feel like she's going back to 1960s when you used to say women should be barefoot and pregnant. Um, so I mean, that's my perception of what a strong woman is. What do you think?
I think those are a lot of good qualities that you list out there for a strong black woman, but I think a strong black woman also has to be strong enough to be led too. You can't be so strong so strong minded that you're not able to follow your significant other in certain circumstances and certain situations where they totally correct. I know a lot of women I've been around have basically they have, when it's time for they significant other to make a big decision. And some women are so strong-minded that they won't listen to the plans or the situation. Some women just, feel like they know it all. Okay, if you want to put it like that. Some women and men, but we'll get to them later. But some people can't be led in situations. I think a good quality of a strong woman is a woman that's able to be led and understand the direction that she's being led into. You understand? Not just, going down the rabbit hole, but I think another good, strong quality is if you pay attention to the way the woman take care of her kids. I think the way a woman raises her kids and how involved they are in their lives, because there's a lot of women that are not involved in their kids' life as much as sitting down, talking to them, getting understanding. A lot of people just I'm not going to put a number out there, but it's the people that I know too that doesn't take time to actually spend time with their kids. So I think the way a woman take care of her kids, the way she's involved in their life, the way she sit down with them and make sure they're getting good grades in school and things like that. All women don't do that. But I think that's a good quality too, as far as the woman raising kids. That's a good, strong quality of a strong woman.
I think since just listening to you and thinking about what I was saying, I think society has impacted women from wanting to be women. I think that society has told women that you don't need a man. You can do it on your own.
That sound about what we
I think society have and a little bit is being tired as well, as far as women case, being tired of BS as well. But I think in a lot of cases, I think a lot of women has follow these movements for so long that they have lost their identity. And I'm not saying all, but have lost their identity,
Oh,
and they're just as hard as men. So, you know what I mean? Like a lot of women, you know what I'm saying, having money, not having money. Every woman want to be a bad B. Um, and that's the issue with the woman. They have to let that go, embrace and embrace that feminine side of them, and that's who they are. All right. I saw a video where it says a woman can't be a woman's strength is in her feminist, right?
mm-hmm.
She can't be masculine like a man because she can never reach that masculinity that a man can reach. So being stuck in the middle that makes that woman weak until
Mm,
she breaks who she is in nature in life. She can never achieve that masculinity that a man would be able to achieve. So a lot of women have fell for the banana in the tailpipe, and they're
mm.
stuck in a place where
Good
they
point.
feel like they're a strong woman, and they just and men are afraid of them. I don't think a man is
Mm-hmm.
afraid of a strong woman, but a man is afraid of a woman who acts as if she doesn't need him, or wants to belittle him, or don't want to follow him. I mean, he got to have a plan and a route to follow. But I think that a lot of times women tend to push men away, good men away, because a lot of times they don't line up with this man and his goals and his dreams and what he wants as well in a woman,
Right, right. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's a
because
fact.
she wants to be so damn strong. But that's
Right.
enough. That's enough
Be too
going in.
strong.
That's enough going on on the women. Kane, I'm gonna let you go ahead
Now
and
we're
take a shot
starting
at
to
this.
talk about these guys out here.
I'm gonna let you take a shot at this first, Kane. I'm gonna go ahead and let you do your thing. I'm gonna sit back.
A strong man, to me, I'm gonna just name out some good qualities. What I feel a strong man is. Strong man is a good provider. A strong man is a man that's able to listen to his queen and actually listen to his queen, not just let her talk, but listen to her, understand her in a way where, understand her in the way she's explaining it. Because a lot of times we get confused with that as men, is we get confused with the way the woman is talking to us or our queen is talking to us and the way she's explaining things to us. A lot of times we could take them in the wrong direction.
Are
So
you
I
are you
think being able to listen, what you say?
are you trying to say that men are sensitive nowadays, or just been period just
No, I'm saying men need to learn to have some type of sensitivity
okay?
because a lot of men are too hard right now. That's what I'm saying. To
Okay.
be able to listen and understand, you will have to put a lot of that toughness to the side because you will have to soften up to understand what she's saying.
Okay. All right.
So
I get.
that's what I pretty much mean by that. I think a strong man is a protector, a great protector of his family. A strong man needs to be a great father in his kid's life if he's possible to be in his kid's life, because a lot of situations you're not possible. But um, I think a strong man should have that grind mentality. And I don't think as a man you should you should be out here not trying to grind in some form, in some fashion. I don't care how you do it. I ain't judging nobody on how they get their grind on. But you at least have that type of mentality because that falls in line with being a provider. That falls in line with being a great, benefit, being a great support to the rest of your family by being able to get out there and get it in times. How you feel about that, DJ Reloaded?
I mean, for me, I feel like a strong man for me is a man who is a leader, right? And he should be able to lead and have a direction for his woman, right? I mean, I believe that
Not
if
just
a
the
man,
woman, but the whole family.
I feel like if a man doesn't have a vision, I will tell a woman to cut bait and run. Because a man without a vision and a man without direction is a man who's going to lead you into a dead end. And a lot of dudes, not just brothers, but a lot of dudes don't have a vision, don't have a direction. They're wasting that woman time because they don't know what they want to do. I know a lot of cats myself that don't have self-belief. And I believe a man should have, self-belief in himself. I believe a man should not mind working hard and grinding for his money to provide for his family. Right. I believe a man set the tone in the household. The woman is a support, and the man set the tone.
Right.
The man set the direction in the household. He set the atmosphere.
Like a head coach.
And a lot of times, men, they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to reach out for help. And sometimes that's why a lot of women take on that responsibility. Believe it or not. So I believe what a strong man is somebody who, just like the strong woman, knows who he is, know what he wants, know how to go get it. Like Kevin Gates said, get it out the mud. A strong man, again, I'm with you with this. He is a protector. He is the shield. And that's like I said in videos before, for me as a father, when it comes down to my kids, it's for me to protect not just my kids, but my woman as well, protect them mentally, physically, and emotionally. I think a lot of times people are really not compatible, but they fall in love with a person for all the wrong things. You got to know who you are with. You got to know who this person is, because a lot of times I think a lot of people don't match up. And what happens into a lot of relationships, this woman trying to pull this way, she don't really want to leave him because it seems like he doesn't know what direction he's going. So now she's giving the directions, and they're bumping heads. He's not working. He's home smoking weed. She's coming home, house dirty, and now there's an argument. I just think a lot of times people ain't really compatible. As I'm gonna wrap this up. I think a lot of times people ain't compatible, but I feel like at the end of the day, they are not bold enough and strong enough to say, "Hey, this ain't working," and go their own separate ways. Being strong is not just, or being a strong woman is not just, you got a good job, how to, you got money coming in, you know what you want.
I don't know why this keep kicking me out.
I don't know. You keep jumping in and out. You throwing me off, baby. But I feel like a strong woman she's someone who knows how to handle her business, but at the same time be submissive. Being submissive don't mean you have to be a fool. Being submissive don't mean you have to be weak. A lot of men, again, being a man, being a strong in the head of the household don't mean that you just have to beat your woman up with demands all the time.
All right.
It's a give and take. It's a give and take. It's a balance. It's okay for sometimes your woman to lead and you to follow. And as a man, you know what I'm saying, you should be okay with that. And vice versa for the woman.
That's a fact. Let me see what you got to say to that comment.
I mean, that's such a broad and vague statement. In what 3 ways? I mean, I don't know how to answer that question. How do you protect your family in those 3 ways? I mean, if he's talking about mental, physical, is that what he's talking about? From the mental and the physical and emotional? I need you to respond and give me exactly what what you're talking about. Because I wouldn't be able to answer that question. So Okay, yes. I mean,
Yes.
okay, as far as emotional, it's for me to make sure, that's why when I come home every day, I make sure my kids are, um, what's going on? You got
Oh,
some,
there you go.
you got some
What's
different,
going on? Yeah.
you got some, you can't,
They wanted to go in the solo stream for some dang on reason.
you can't be cutting that feed. You gotta let it roll, baby. We're gonna have some technical difficulties every once in a while. Emotionally,
Yes, sir.
it's for me to big up my kids and let them know that they're beautiful, that they're queens, that they're special. Also, if there's things going on that's bothering them in school, family related, is for me to step in, and then that might turn um, physical, depending on what it is, to let them know that hey, I got your back. I'm your rock. When you need, when there's a situation that needs me to take care of, I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna handle it.
That's a fact.
Um, and from the mental, again, it goes from them seeing me, loving their mom, loving them, letting them know good job. Um, I think if a kid see that in the long run, it's going to impact them in such a way where they will be able to, just see and discern those things for themselves as they get older to see how a man is or a woman is, um, and be able to continue on down the path and hopefully have a good relationship. I mean, that's having a good relationship with a person who's willing to work with you is not it's a 50-50 thing nowadays. You know,
Yes, sir.
does that answer your question?
So let's ask the chat. How the chat feel? What's a strong man or a strong woman, chat? Let's see if we get a response. We're gonna give a little time for the chat to get involved. We're gonna be closing the show down shortly. So we're gonna get involved with everybody real quick. Go ahead, put some questions in the comment section.
I mean, because I seen a post where um there was a black lady. She was like, and a black man obviously was doing like slavery time, and she was like feeding him, and the post was like he hasn't ate in so many days, and she had his nipple in his mouth, allowing him to eat off, the breast milk, and it was like, the black woman has always held her man down, in a way like I felt like you're trying to say that black men don't hold black women down. Like I just think that people and black men, black women, white men, white women gotta stop beating each other up.
Right.
But we're not gonna be able to do we're not gonna be able to outdo each other.
That's a
And I
fact.
just feel like, you seeing posts, people posting things out there like that. It just, I don't know. We got to get over this man and woman who's the head of the household, who's not, who responsible for cleaning the house, who's not. We got to get over that. It's causing relationships to be toxic. It's causing man and woman to fight against each other, and then we're doing it in front of our kids, and it's not healthy. That's what a
Mm,
strong person does. A strong person sacrifice.
yes.
I mean,
Sacrifice is part
you
of the
know,
game.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with sacrificing for the greater good of the relationship because you see where it is going long term. You
Right,
know, you know the value of the individual you have it in your household. So sacrificing and making those changes is easy, is natural.
right. Certain things. Can't sacrifice everything though.
What is something that you were not willing to sacrifice?
You can't sacrifice your happiness. Okay. And
No.
when I say happiness, I don't mean enjoying all of the things you want to do and doing whatever you want to do in life. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, when you become very unhappy in a relationship, you shouldn't be there. You shouldn't sacrifice that much of your happiness of you being very unhappy with a person. Shouldn't sacrifice that happiness, the happiness of the relationship.
Teamwork makes the dream work. I mean, I totally agree.
That's a
Um,
fact.
I think that when you're able to work side by side with your significant other, I
Hmm.
think it makes a better relationship, a happier relationship. Again, like I said again, that's why I don't mind in my own household, my relationship. I mean, if my old lady make a decision, that's what we're gonna ride with, and hopefully,
Right,
when I make a decision, that's what she rides with as well. Again, we both leaders.
right. That's why I
You
said some men got to know how to be led, and some women got to know how to be led. That's where the teamwork come in. We got to work together to make great decisions for each other.
Teamwork make the dream work. I mean, it's just like don't mean to use this individual, but when your boy Jay hit that $1 billion mark, I mean, I'm pretty sure the NFL deal had something to do with it. And Beyonce
Hmm.
had her little movement going as far as black empowerment for women and black people. But I'm pretty sure she agreed with Jay Z, even though she probably felt some type of way. At the end of
Right.
the day, they're a team,
Hmm.
and she has to support her man.
And he had to support her.
Facts. So, I mean, that was a great question. Um, Definitely appreciate that, man. I definitely believe in teamwork make the dream work.
Yes. Anybody else with any more questions? Put them in the comment section. We waiting on them. DJ Reload, let me ask you a question.
What's that?
What are good ways to teach your kids these strong traits?
Um, what's a good way to teach your kids these traits? As far as being strong, is one honesty is the first thing you want to make sure that your kids understand why it's important to be honest,
Totally
right?
agree. Totally agree.
You know, letting them know it's okay to express themselves, be who they are, right? Don't fall into the pressure of the world.
Mm,
Also teach them support. To
mm,
know where the support come from is big, and that's why I I always tell my kids if there's something going on, if there's a need, come to mommy or go to daddy.
mm-hmm.
Um, and also just trying to educate them and show them, right? I think the best way to do is with
Action.
is action. You have to be able to show them in your own efforts because your
I
kids are
agree.
judging you. They're judging and watching you.
I
Like,
agree.
if I'm always cussing and talking down to their mom, they're gonna feel like that's normal. So what they're
Right.
gonna do? They're gonna get a man that's gonna cuss and talk down on them. So
And I totally agree. So
I
that
don't want.
goes back to the point of me asking you that question is, we as people have to understand that our actions go a long ways too. So what we show our kids, they're going to take on those traits. So we as the leaders, we have to show our kids the way. So if we don't, and it all goes by action. If we're not putting no action involved, if we not having it on display for them to see it, they'll never know.
Facts. I mean, other than that, that's what I have to say. I mean, at the end of the day, a strong woman is not someone who just belittle her man or just because she makes more money than him. She's someone who knows how to humble herself, be supportive, be feminine. A man is not someone who just beats on his chest and think his woman should run to the sound of his voice because he wants something that he can get up off his backside and get for himself. He's someone who he's a hard worker. If he is a hustler, he's hustling, but at the same time, keep in mind of his kids and making sure they're safe. I do think that a lot of issues in the household is financially. I think that does cause a burden in the relationship. I don't think it should destroy a relationship unless one or the other is just not willing to work or get a job.
That goes back to that grind mentality.
I mean, like I said again, I mean, it for me to live how I live, I gotta get up. I gotta go get it. I don't care how tired I am. My baby's gotta eat. My old lady gotta eat. So
bills gotta get paid.
So I financial stress do cause relationships to fall apart too. Good question.
That's a fact. Well, anything else before we wrap it up? Let's get on time to put some comments in the comment section. We're gonna go about 3 more minutes. Get off here in about 3 more minutes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think it was some good questions. A good topic. For me, I think a lot of people confuse strength and attitude. Having a
get a little deeper in that strength and attitude.
I can't. You got to wrap it up. You got to wrap it up, man. I just think a lot of people, confuse the two. And there's a difference. A person who got strength, they're not looking to argue. They're gonna let it go, and they're gonna conversate with you later about it. Up here, I mean, instead of having an attitude about he not working, she not working, he's not chipping in, she ain't chipping in. And let's be real. In this day and age, and people hear, "Oh, what you mean chipping in?" This day and age, it takes two.
It definitely takes two to tangle.
I'll tell you right now. I mean, unless you're living in the backwoods of Mississippi, it takes two.
It definitely.
The economy, this economy ain't getting any better. Regardless,
what I told my the same thing. I say, if you want to get a little head start, you young, you having a kid, you with your girl, y'all stay together. The best thing to do is for both of y'all to get together. Both of y'all get some jobs and work together, and that's the only way y'all will be able to support each other and to support what y'all got going on. You thinking you gonna just get a job and take care of the household, boy, you about to put yourself in the hole.
Shit, come take care of mine.
You feel me? Definitely come take care of mine.
It's mortgage be punching, so please come take care of mine.
And with that being said, this has been The Block. It's your boy 305 Kane.
And it's your boy DJ Reloaded.
Like, subscribe, share the video. Go watch other videos. We got 19 other videos you can go watch. Share them. Like it. Comment. all that good stuff. Get into the Facebook group, get involved. We want your ideas, we want your suggestions. So make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yes, sir.
We out of here, family.
Peace, family.